Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to design an onboarding screen with a little bit of twist. Really simple interaction but really cool. So let's get started. So guys, right now we are in Figma, and before we start let me just quickly show you the wireframe that I've done on my diary. So guys, in all my videos I don't usually show this part, but before starting any project I'll map it out entirely by doing wireframes with pen and paper, right? So it's a pro tip: always start your any UI or your any design project with pen and paper, because if you directly jump into the tool and start doing the UI design, you will get stuck with the nitty gritties of the UI design itself, and you'll not focus on the entire flow of the app. So always start with pen and paper. So this is what I have thought of. So the idea is that there will be a apps, there will be an onboarding screen where you will see these tiles of different locations that this app has to offer. So we are building a travel app. So these tiles will show you the different locations that this app has to offer. It also has a slight sticky bottom which tells the name of the app, and then an option to get started where you ask login, maybe sign up. And in the background I have thought that there will be a small animation. So what that animation will be, that these tiles will expand and show you the video of the location like a little bit, and automatically keeps on panning to different tiles and keeps on zooming in and showing you the animation. So that's what I have thought of the entire UI and interaction to be. So guys, as usual we have chosen iPhone 11 Pro Max artboard. Now what we want is we want to create tiles that shows the different location, and we want these tiles to be scrollable in horizontal as well as in vertical, so that gives the user nice effect of panning. Okay, so to do that, let's first draw our rectangles. Okay, perfect. So if you see, we have repeated bunch of times, so it has some elements in the horizontal, so we'll get something in the horizontal scroll, and we also have something in the vertical scroll. If I just do clip content, so this is how it is, and you'll still get the scrolls. Now we want to fill these rectangles with images of traveling images. So what I'll do is I'll quickly select all of these rectangles very quickly, and I go to my plugin and I'll select Unsplash. And what Unsplash does, it if those of you don't know, Unsplash is a site which gives you royalty free high quality images. So this plugin is from Unsplash. It will just pull those images from Unsplash and paste it in these rectangles. So for example, I want nature images, travel images, so I'll just select nature, and what it does, it uniquely fills all the images in these rectangles. So I'll just select it and wait for a bit, and it'll fill all the images. So Unsplash has filled all of these rectangles with unique images, and I think I'll go with these images itself. The next thing what we want is we'll select all of these, and we select all of these rectangles, and we'll group them together. So I'll do Command G and I'll group them, and I'm gonna call them images maybe. Okay, I'll come here, I'll select iPhone 11 artboard. I'll do clip content so that I don't see anything that is out of flowing. I'll go in my prototyping tab and I'll select scrolling vertical and horizontal. So what will now happen is, I'll just quickly show you. Yeah, so this is our artboard, and if you see, since we have enabled scrolling in vertical and horizontal space, we are able to really nicely pan the entire set of images, the entire group. So whatever is in that group, whatever is inside of the artboard, the property set, overflowing property set to be horizontal and vertical scrolling. So perfect. I think this is good. Now let's build. Actually, I also wanted to create this app for like a dark theme. So I'll change the background from white to maybe pitch black. Perfect. Now let's also quickly build the other set of the UI that we have seen in my wireframe. We also want a sticky button which says get started. So to build that thing, I've just actually already done that part. So let me just add it here. I'll show you guys. So this is what I've built. It contains a small logo, contains the text that says Travelio. This is the name of the app. It says select your next travel destination. Maybe we want to call it explore your next travel destination. Okay, perfect. And then there's a button, yellow button, which says get started, and at this stage is where you want the users to log in or sign up. Now I have also selected this background, given it like some maybe something around 70% opacity, and I have also given it a background blur so that we're still able to see the background of those images, anything that is behind it, and I place this above our images group. So this is how it is, and I'm calling it sticky. The next thing that I want it to be that when I'm scrolling it, it should not scroll with the entire artboard. So I'll just come here and I'll do fixed position while scrolling. So what will happen is always stick at the bottom place where it is. So even though I'm scrolling the rest of the bit, this will not scroll. Let me show you quickly. So if you see, even if I'm panning and zooming the entire set of images, this sticky should always stay there. So that's what is happening. Perfect. The next part is basically we want to pan and zoom these images automatically, but we don't want to do just with images because it will be really simple. So to do like a little bit more interesting stuff in this, what we can do is we can add GIFs to it. So I have got a couple of GIFs here with me. Let me quickly show you. So these are basically all the GIFs that I have. These are all GIFs actually. All of these are GIFs. I got these GIFs from a site called Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S, and they have like a really good collection of videos and images, royalty free actually. So grab a couple of them from here, download the video for free, and then you can convert the video from video to GIF by going to this site. So this is a site called easygif.com. There are multiple sites online actually, you can search it by yourself. So what it does, you upload your video, then you come here and you select the frame rate. So I've selected frame rate like 25 max frame rate, so that higher the frame rate, the GIF will be really smooth. So select the maximum frame rate and do convert to GIF. It will automatically give you the GIF version of it. So that's what I have done. These are all the GIFs. So these were already videos, and from there I have created a GIF. So no need to find GIF first. First find the video and then convert it to GIF really easily. So now what we want to do is I want to replace some of these styles that you're seeing here with these GIFs. Ideally, I want to replace in the real world prototype, I want everything to be replaced with a video. But just for the sake of this demo, I'm just replacing a few of these elements with these GIFs. So what I want is, I want to place this Himalayan GIF to be here. So I'll just cut from there, here, I'll paste it here. And I want to make it smaller. Perfect. And then now you can remove the behind rectangle, and this GIF is called Himalaya. I've named it as Himalaya. So if you see, it's not visible here right now, but if I show you how it looks in the prototyping bit, you'll be able to see that this GIF is moving. So if you see, this is moving here. Let's also quickly add a title here. So this will be needed in our second stage, so I'll explain you there, but let's just quickly add a title. And we also want to add a little bit of shim to this, so that this text is readable all the time. So I'll just come here and place it here. Okay, and so guys, right now what we also want is in this shim, we'll just rename it to shim and change it to, let's say, some linear opacity to black. To black and zero opacity. Okay, so that the text is visible, and we want this shim to have like a exact same dimension as the rectangle below. So I think this is it. What I'll do is I'll just quickly group all my elements including the GIF together, and I'll call it Himalaya. Yeah, perfect. So guys, this is our first GIF element that I have already placed. Let me see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Looks perfect. Now what I want to do is I also want to place strategically all these other GIFs on other parts of this entire app. So let me just quickly do that, the same process here again. So guys, I have replaced now a few parts of these images with GIFs, especially the ones that contain the text. But ideally, you can also replace every element on this one with a GIF. So I'm just doing a few one because for the demo right now. So the ones that contains the text is the one that contains the GIF. It's not visible here, and I have just removed the clip content bit. Let me just do the clip content and show you how it looks like. So if you see, still movable, all we can pan it left, we can scroll it horizontally and vertically as well, but the one that contains the text is actually the GIF. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and maybe one on the top. So all these are GIFs now, and it looks as of now itself really nice. Okay, but yeah, and we also want to do this light animation, so let's build that bit and it'll become even more better than this. So for now, just to do this bit, I had hidden the sticky bar. So I'll just add the sticky button again. I'll just make it visible, the sticky button again. And this is how the entire thing looks like with the overall thing set up. Now this is our frame 1. I'll just call it 1. Now let's build the frame 2, and that's where we will link our second bit of the animation. So I'll just duplicate this bit by pressing Alt and dragging the artboard, and this will create a second frame. Now in the second frame, what we want is we want this one of the GIFs to zoom up so that we can see the GIF in a better format. Like it will look really nice, scaled up. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll select this group, the images group that we already built, hit K on my keyboard. So what K does is basically it gives you this double-edged arrow, and that it scales everything proportionally. So even the text and the images and the rounded corners will all scale proportionally. So I'll do, and I'll scale this entire segment like this. I'll make sure that the first thing that we want to scale is basically the Himalayan bit. So we want it to keep it in the center. So something like this should work. Yes. So yeah, this is how it will look like. And what will happen is it will become bigger and it'll start playing the GIF, but we also don't want, so we want this to be the focus at this time. We also don't want other things to be visible this big, this much. So what we'll do is we'll reduce the opacity of all the other cards. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll remove clip content for now. I'll go in the groups, I'll select everything actually in the group. I'll select everything in the group, and the only group that I don't want to select here is basically the one that contains the Himalaya bit. So I'll just remove that from the selection and change the opacity of the rest of the things to 30%. So it will become like really non-focused one, so it will become like really dim, so that only the focus goes to the main Himalayan image. Okay, and I'll come again and I'll do clip content again. So I'm just toggling between clip content and everything so that I make sure everything outside of the artboard is also perfectly fine. This is how it looks like. This will become our center bit, and since we scaled it with K by hitting K, so scaling worked proportionally and everything looks perfectly fine right now. This is how it is. Now let's quickly wire this up in the prototyping bit, and I'll come here from first artboard to second artboard. We don't want it on tap, we want it to go automatically, so after delay, and 800 milliseconds seems fine. 360 is out. Smart animate is the key, so make sure smart animate is on, And from the second, we again want to zoom again, and we want to come to the first one. So I'll just duplicate the first one again. This will become our third screen. So it'll start from the smallest rectangles, zoom up, and then again zoom down. So it'll give us a nice animation effect. So from second, what we want is basically, sorry about this, from second we want automatically to go to third. Now the animation, the GIF will take some time to do the entire animation properly. So we want to give like enough delays between second to third transition. So I'll come here, I'll do on delay, after delay, but we want the time to be higher. So something around 4 seconds is 2400 milliseconds. So we'll give 4 minutes delay so that the entire animation is done, and then only the next set of animation starts, where it transitions from 2 to 3. And again, smart animate, 360 milliseconds, perfect. And from third, for now on, from now I'll just quickly link it to first. Now let's quickly see how it looks like in the prototyping bit. Okay, perfect. So if you see, the Himalayan video comes zooming, come in the second artboard, zooms up, and then again goes back in the same way. So this is how it looks like. This looks perfect. Now what we need to do is, all the other sets that we have created as images, we need to do the same part, same animation for them as well. So I'll come here and I'll remove this one because this is just for demo. So the third, linking from third to first, I have removed. Now what I want is the same way we have done for 1 to 2 to 3. We need to do it for all the other screens. So let's create that, and I'll quickly speed up this bit. We'll create all for all these GIFs again, same procedure. So guys, now I have linked all the screens to one another. All those 4 GIFs that I have linked the collapse state to the expanded states. And then what I've done is, in the last state, I have again linked the last stage back to the first stage so that it keeps on looping. The only thing that needs to be remembered here is, from the collapse to the expanded state, you need to give 800 milliseconds, and from expanded to the collapse state, you need to give 2400 milliseconds, so that the animation in the expanded states can be completed. And you have to always use smart animate, and that's it. So let's see how it looks like. We'll just hit play on the, so yeah, this is how it looks like. First, perfect. Second, Canary Islands, Maldives, perfect. Lofoten, Norway, perfect. Banff, Canada, perfect. And the last one, Istanbul, Turkey, perfect. And loops back to the first image again. And it does all this nice movement as well, because we have linked everything with smart animate. So that's the beauty of it. And this is how you exactly up your game a little bit more with using videos. So this was a very simple trick to increase, like, make it more interactive, your onboarding, making more interactive rather than doing just normal boring carousels. You could do something like this. And I think that's it, guys. That's it for today's video. If you attempt it, do tag me on my socials so that I know if you have attempted it. And yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in my next video with more awesome Figma tutorials. So see you then. Bye bye.